First thing, huge shout out to Larry from Texas. When I was finishing up the Las Vegas Poker Hands, link at the top of the screen, video, I wanted a quiet place. I went up to the 12th floor of Bally's. Security checks to make sure you have a hotel key card to get to the elevators. There's a way around that. I took the way around that. I got up there, it was quiet, I filmed a little bit, and I was just kind of hanging out there for a few minutes afterwards. Larry had traveled from Texas to Vegas, eventually in the afternoon, evening, checked in, got a room on the 12th floor, and he came off the elevator right after I'd finished filming, just hanging out at this couch, kind of near the vending machine, which is on each floor. And it is amazing that he had a room down that hallway. It's amazing that I chose Bally's and the quiet area up in the rooms that's difficult to get to. But Larry's been commenting in the videos, and he said he was coming to town, and as soon as he checked in, I was there in a very odd spot, just chilling on the couch on the 12th floor. So shout out to Larry. And Larry said he liked the videos of me going through the Dakotas and the state parks. So how about a fitting transition into today's content? You know how if you're gardening, growing some of your own food, you might grow some plant or flower just to attract the pests so that they don't mess up the crops you actually want to harvest and eat? There's a couple, they live in Alaska. Their channel name is Simple Living Alaska. They're just harvesting their crops now that they're going to eat all winter. So they grew some mustard, and they said they're not eating it. It was just to attract all the insects and other pests, and it did its job. There are other crops that they're actually going to eat for the next year weren't destroyed, and they just scooped it all up, put it all in the compost pile, and that was it. It did what it was supposed to do. Those mustard plants, that is the Caesars Palace poker room in the garden that is Las Vegas Poker. People who live for twice as many tier credits as any other Caesars location go to Caesars Palace. They watch movies on their electronics. They bring novels sometimes. They're absolutely silent. You might as well replace them with zombies. These are the people who really like to play at Caesars Palace. So Caesars Palace exists, the poker room in there exists, and it attracts those people, and they don't ruin incredibly fun games with Hooker Guy over at Bally's, and really fun high action games. If you've been following my Twitter page at Aria, they go to Caesars Palace. That might be over. When we first heard Bally's was going to get a renovation, it was mostly, you know, turning the name Bally's into the name Horseshoe. And at first we heard they were going to take down that wall in the poker room and just add 4 tables. It's a 14 table room. It was. All 14 never went unless there was a months-long promo that ended with some kind of a tournament. Besides that, all 14, I never saw all 14 go. And we heard they were going to add 4 tables. It's like, all right, I don't think, you know, we'll need them, but okay, 18 tables. It's being rebranded as the Horseshoe. There's going to be like new furniture, new paint. All right. Now we're hearing that it's going to be like 30 tables. That's the biggest number I've heard. There is absolutely no reason that Bally's needs 30 poker tables unless Caesars Palace is closing, and everyone who plays at Caesars has to go to Bally's now. Not that they have to, but that's where they will for their diamond status. A Bally's dealer also said he heard Bally's is going to be given the 34, twice as many, the 34 tier credits per hour for poker like Caesars Palace does now. Well, that would be really weird if both of them did. It sounds like Caesars Palace Poker is going to close, Bally's is going to become the Horseshoe, and Caesars is going to keep one poker room in Vegas. It's going to be at what's now Bally's, will become the Horseshoe. 1 room, 30 tables, and it's going to have the 34 tier credits per hour like a Caesars location in Vegas has had in the past. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't want Bally's games ruined with the people who love reading novels while they play poker at Caesars. It looks like it's going to happen. Whatever the decision is, like the decision already happened. We just don't know exactly what it is. I've asked around, and this is what I've heard. No one at Caesars has told me they've heard this, but I mean, my information last year, not that I had a channel last year, it was pretty good. I heard PH was closing, and then it did. I heard how Flamingo was going to close, not just that it was going to close, how it was going to close, and it was exactly that. They were going to have a very big promotion to empty the promotion fund, and it was going to happen right before the series, and that was going to be it. And even though when the series started last year in early October, there was a sign in the Flamingo Poker Room that said they would reopen in late November, I didn't believe the sign. I said they emptied the promo fund, this has to be it. And then when the World Series ended, that was it. Flamingo never reopened, and now there's slot machines there. So my information last year was pretty good. I really don't want it to happen, but it looks like it is. So we'll see in the coming months. At least we have the temp room in Bally's, which is so much better than the old room. It's closer to foot traffic, there's no wall, it's louder. Keno is right there. You could smoke at Keno, you can't smoke in the poker room. I mean, you could like shake hands from one of the tables, from one of the poker tables with someone in Keno. You can't smoke at the poker table, they can smoke in Keno. It's very close to what PH used to be like. Of course, PH was a lot darker, a lot louder, but it's close, and I really like it. So at least we have this for now. The construction should take forever, because it usually does when there are renovations like this, but we'll see. I really don't like it, but it's looking like Caesars Palace Poker is going to close, and the only Caesars property poker in Las Vegas is going to be in Bally soon. So if I get more information, or if I get anything more definitive, I'll let you guys know, but this is what I have right now.